Alright, so we just came through the garden and this is where all my tomatoes are at. So they're all in containers. Most of them are in 7-gallon containers, couple are in smaller ones. I'll show them. So I have like 6 different varieties here. So these are indeterminate, become huge. So this is the super sweet 100 cherry tomato. So you can see the cherry tomatoes forming in huge clusters of them. You can see them. Like the flower clusters themselves are just enormous, and it's doing quite well. There's a random seed here. Yeah, it's gone now. You can see it's almost 5 foot tall. These are all started in early Feb. The one right next to it is a Ukrainian. Yep, you heard it right. Ukrainian Heirloom tomato. It's called Cosmonaut Walcott. So you can see it's very pretty. You can see the coloration, the stripes, the green stripes, and it's already turning orange. So excited to taste this, and it's very prolific. It's gotten really huge. It's supposed to be a semi-indeterminate, but it's probably the most vigorous of them all, and it's also got some pretty serious flower clusters and quite a few tomatoes all along the way. You can see right there, some bunch there, and some here. Good to look at. This one is a classic Brandywine, again indeterminate, and it's gotten at least 5 foot tall, and I already have an orange ripening tomato. Still not tasted any of these except for the cherry. So yeah, this is also something I'm looking forward to. So this has potato type leaves. It's called a potato leaf tomato. It's not as prolific. It has a few small bunches. So this one, there's a giant one here, but only couple, maybe 4 or 5 per cluster, and they're all in 7-gallon containers, grow bags. It's rough watering them, almost need to water every day. I have a bunch of peppers here, but we'll do a separate pepper video. These are all winter from last year. Right, so this third one is a cherry. Again, this I got a free seed called red cherry. Seemed quite generic, but free seed, had to try it, and it's okay. It's not tasted it, but got some decent clusters, large cherry, and you can see some red ones as well. Probably have these in a couple days. Look at that. Here, clusters all through. It's pretty prolific. It's almost overshot my 6-foot stake, and we bought another 8-foot stake there from Home Depot to string all these up, all makeshift stakes. So all of these were from seed, and so was this guy. This one is the Dwarf Tomato called Tiny Tim. And it's pretty prolific. I mean, look at the number of tomatoes. You can just, it's countless in a small, tiny plant. You can see clusters here. Tons and tons of them. And it's a tiny, tiny tomato in a 2-gallon container. And then, so this was number 5, if I'm counting right. And the last one, and the only one we got as a seedling, is this one called the Bush Early Girl. And it's pretty small and seems a little too small for a 7-gallon bucket compared to the other guys. See reference, but it's got a bunch of tomatoes. This one looks like a determinate variety bush. But yeah, red tomatoes on the way. Quite a few. Maybe not as many as I would have liked, but quite a few. And very compact plant. So yeah, pretty good set of tomatoes. And this is just mid-June and they're already huge and on the way. And so yeah, excited to try the Ukrainian Heirloom tomato. It's the most interesting looking, I would say. Look at the stripes and coloration of that. Very unique. So yeah, so that's my tomatoes, 6 different varieties, and I'll see how they do through the season, and hopefully I'll get a bunch of tomatoes this time. We'll do another pepper video and another full garden tour in a separate video, but you can see the other plants, the sunflowers. Look at that one. Chocolate sunflowers, I call them. And dahlias. And of course, our solar water fountain. Alright, see you in the next video.